write down your list of goals. I'm curious, do you have a list of goals written down somewhere? Could you bring them up if someone asked you to see them? But you might be thinking, this seems a bit too good to be true. This is just some like personal development guru. It's like, it surely can't be that basic as just writing down your list of goals. Do we have any actual science or research to back this up? And to that, I would like to draw your attention to this study from the Dominican University. And these guys were basically testing, does writing down your goals compared to not writing them down change your chances of achieving said goals? So on the y-axis, we've got average goal achievement, and then we've got two groups. One group did not write down their goals, and the other group wrote down their goals. This was the average goal achievement for the group that set goals but did not write them down. And this was the average goal achievement for the group that set goals and did write them down. The researchers found that if you write down your goals, you're around 42% more likely to actually achieve them. Now, I don't know about you, but if I could improve by 42% the probability of me actually achieving the goals I've set for myself simply by writing them down, I would probably do that because it doesn't take that long to write down your goals. And that is why our evidence-based strategy number one for achieving your goals is to simply write them down. Now we come to insanely simple strategy for actually achieving your goals number two. Now here it is worth us understanding a little bit of the brain called the reticular activating system. Now the RAS is basically a bundle of nerves at the base of your brainstem that acts as a filter, and it determines what information your brain pays attention to. Obviously in day-to-day life, there are millions upon millions of various sensory inputs that your brain could pay attention to. So how does it know which ones to focus on? Well, that's where the strategy number four that we have here is visualize obstacles and to make a plan. Again, doesn't take very long to do. Each time you set a goal, you can just spend literally 3 minutes thinking to yourself, okay, cool, wish, outcome, WO, obstacle, plan. What are the obstacles that could get in my way and what's my plan for overcoming those obstacles? And again, according to the research, this will drastically improve your odds of actually achieving the goal. And then finally, we come to fairly easy strategy number five, and that is to tie them to an identity. Now, the classic example of this is that there was a study where they looked at voting. So for some of the people in the study, they asked, will you vote in this election? And for the other half, they asked, will you be a voter in this election? And they found that the people who were asked the question of will you be a voter were way more likely to vote than the people who were simply asked, will you vote? Will you vote is an action, will you be a voter is an identity. So the key thing here is wherever possible, when you've got your goals, you want to just sort of spend an extra 20 seconds to tie them to an identity. For example, one of my goals is to reduce my visceral abdominal tissue because, genetics and stuff, and I want to live longer and healthier, and I've been reading Outlive by Peter Attia. Now, setting the goal of improving my bench press or reducing my visceral adipose tissue or all that kind of stuff is all well and good. But if I were to take the 20 seconds to tie them to an identity of I am a healthy person, that will make it more likely that I'll actually achieve the goals and I'll actually stick with it when the going gets tough because I've resonated with that identity. Similarly, I found when I was working on my YouTube channel, when I gave myself permission to lean into the identity of I am a YouTuber, that was what allowed me to stay consistent with making YouTube videos in the tough times.